Hi, Araceli. Hi, Araceli.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing good. It's cold.
Cold, yeah, it is cold. Oh my God, it's freezing. You should be here. It's cold. It's been locked up for like 3 days.
You don't have the heater on?
I haven't turned it on yet because I was hot coming in. So I'm getting my body temperature, then I'll turn it on. It's only 59 degrees. I only start getting freezing cold when it's like 40.
Yeah.
I can take a lot of cold for a while.
And then sitting down doesn't help, huh?
Only when I'm up running around.
Yeah.
So, you know that sheet that I had you guys hold on to?
Yes.
And then I sent you a text just now, like to make sure everybody got it.
Yes, I got it.
We're going to have to do it tomorrow because my answer key's in my other book.
Oh, okay. So
I'll just let everybody know that when like right after I sent that text, I'm like, where's my copy? And so I know it's in my other cosmetology book because it's interchangeable between the programs.
Yeah.
Like Cosmo, Hearing, and Estes and Barbers, they all take the same one.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, okay, so this will work.
We'll do it tomorrow?
Huh?
So we're going to do that tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay. No problem.
Volume on here.
All right, I'm going to run to the restroom before we start.
You got it. Huh? Yeah. I would rather have them go out there than try and hold the door open. Okay, tell them it's unlocked. Good morning, Sarah.
Good morning.
I'm going to try and find something really quick on this.
Okay.
Phone first. I'm looking up because we're going to cover like things you can and cannot do, and we covered some of it on Saturday. Remember what you can't do? Yeah. So let me pull this up really quick because I can't do it on there. I've got 3 things up on my computer already. It's like I can't handle anymore.
I would say multitasking overload.
Yeah, the computer goes, I can't do that.
Yeah.
I can't do that. Oh, shoot. Okay. Come on. I've got like, I don't know why I didn't put that one on there when I put it on the board, like what you can do, you know, by definition. I just put down what you can't do. So I'm like, I'm going to look up so I can read it. It's so long and silly, but it has to be done. All right. Consumers. Fact sheets. Okay. Oh, you saw it coming in. Okay. I'm like pulling them in one by one. Good morning, you Sarah.
Morning.
I'm looking up something, so if I'm not talking back and forth until the other girls get here, don't worry.
Yeah, okay.
Frequently asked questions. That's not it. There's still no one else is in here. Okay. Got 2 more. Sorry, Jasmine and Diana.
Hi, Ms. Janie. I'm in the car right now. I'm gonna get to the house right now.
Okay, that's okay. We're waiting for a couple other people to get in here. So, some more?
Okay.
So you're fine.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. No one else up there yet. Okay. Ooh. That's not what I want. No one else just yet. Hang in there with me. Lovely. Okay. Good morning, Natalie. Oh, she's coming in here. Okay. There she is. Good morning, hon.
Morning.
Okay, just give me a second. I'm waiting for, I think, one more person, and then we'll be ready to start. Okay, we'll be right back. I've got to get a tissue. Okay, this must be Tori. I've gone through this whole website. I'm going to give extra points if somebody can find it on the website. I've looked, I can't find it right off the top of my head. So it's like 5 extra points. All right, because we have to cover different things that they actually cannot do that we discussed on Saturday. Some of you weren't here on Saturday, so you don't know what we were talking about. But it basically covers all of the things that you can do in our field, okay? What you can't do in our field. Ellie, welcome back. Jasmine, are you okay?
Hi.
Huh?
I'm okay, Miss Shady. I'm just tired.
Okay. So Natalie, welcome back. Are you going to be in here on Thursday?
Yes.
Okay. All right, let me get everyone's attendance sheet in here. And well, Diana's still waiting to get. Diana, are you home yet?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Let me just take roll here.
You're able to see me, right? Because I'm doing it on my phone.
Yeah, I can see
Okay.
you. All right. Natalie, Sarah, and you, Sarah. Okay, so some of you weren't here on Saturday, okay? And I handed out a sheet of paper that was basically kind of like rules and regs and disinfection and things like that for state board. Okay, things are probably that are not listed in your textbook because your textbook is for 50 states, right? And so California has to give their own like rules because they're all different. Each state has a little bit of different rules and regs, I guess you could say. Kind of the same, but kind of not, okay? Because some states will allow you to do that electrical equipment that we talked about on Saturday and others won't. So since this chapter really goes into the equipment and stuff that we're going to be using or what you would use in a medical environment, okay? No matter what a doctor says, if he says, oh yeah, you can go ahead and do this and I'll show you how to do that. If something goes wrong, let me tell you, he's not going to take his license and back you up. Let's just put it that way. So you're going to be on your own so that you shouldn't be doing something that you're not trained to do or you're not licensed to do. Does that make sense? Okay, so we've talked about a couple of them, and since you girls weren't, some of you weren't here, I'm just going to go over them just to make sure that everybody understands. Some of them are different names, okay? So we as estheticians are not allowed to do any type of hair color on the eyelashes or eyebrows, and they're often called eyelash or eyebrow enhancements, okay? Tattooing for the micropigment, that's totally different, but this is where, because we were able to do it for a while, coloring the brows. We're not allowed to now. Okay, there is a special coloring. If you are a cosmetologist working as an esthetician, you may do that. Or you may not do that, not anymore, sorry. So nobody can do that at all now, all right? However, if you're a cosmetologist, you can do the perming, which is now known as like an eyelash lift. But as an esthetician, you don't have the chemistry behind the perming of the lashes, okay? And we kind of discussed why it's really not that feasible unless you're Asian descent where you have lashes that are kind of going like this, or even I think some form American Indians have straight lashes. And so it's only going to give a curl. Like if you had taken your curl your eyelash curler and curled your lashes. That's about it. Okay, it's not going to make them thicker. It's not going to make them darker. And what do we use mascara for? For plumping it up, right? So that's not one thing that it covers at all. So you're not allowed to do the eyelash lift regardless of what everyone tells you. Okay, so no perming, no tinting for anybody, but no perming unless you're a cosmetologist. Okay. We can basically apply products to enhance the skin's appearance. Okay. We can go to a 3.0 on the pH scale for a chemical peel or a 30% glycolic. That's all we can do. Okay. That's most, I guess you could say, for your exfoliation, that's as deep as you can go. So just beware, if there are people out there that are doing this, they are doing it illegally, and you might want to turn them in because they're taking away some of your business by doing things they're not allowed to be doing. Okay. Like I said, you can call in anonymously and nobody will know. They won't know it was you contacting them. Okay. So before we start, has everybody got a pen and a paper? Because I'm going to go through your key terms. Okay. So I want you to write these down as I give them to you. All right. Thumbs up when you have, you got paper in front of you to write them down? Okay. Gotcha. Araceli. Okay. Everybody else has it? Okay, so your first word is plastic surgery. You're gonna write that one down. Your next one is chemical peel. Your next one is desquaminization, and I'm gonna spell it for you, okay? It's DESQUAMATION. It's basically removing the dead skin, okay? But all right, analogous fat, and I'll spell that one for you. AUTOLOGOUS, and then it's fat transplantation. Okay.
Can you say again, Ms. Jenny?
Yes, AUTOLOGOUS, and then it's fat transplantation. So basically, it's removing fat from one area of the body and
was that a G or a D on the after the LO?
LOG, as in good. There you go. All right, has everyone got that one in there? All right, your next one is micro lipo injection. So it's micro lipo injection. Okay, your next word is dermabrasion. Dermabrasion. Okay, the next word is derma planning, and it's DERMAPLANING. Your next word is blepharoplasty, and I'll spell it for you. It's B as in boy, LEPHAROPLASTY. As in Paul, LASTY. Blepharoplasty. This is our eye lift. All right, plastic surgeon is the next one. Okay, and the next one is rhytidectomy, and I'll spell it for you. It's RHYTID as in dog, ECTOMY. This is a full facelift. Your next word is laser resurfacing. All right, collagen. Okay, elastin, E-L-A-S-T-I-N. Okay. The next one is ablative lasers, and that's spelled A-B as in boy, L-A-T-I-V-E, lasers. Okay, your next one is non-ablative lasers. So you're just going to add an N-O-N on top of that other word, ablative. A-B-L-A-T-I-V-E. And then the next one is rhinoplasty. All right. All right, you're going to add 2 more words. Continuing education credits, okay? Continuing education credits. And then the last one is going to be scope of practice. Okay. The scope of practice is basically telling you what you can do in our industry as an esthetician, okay? Okay. So you just read the area's regulatory agencies standards, okay, and rules and regs. Okay, so your textbook, like I said before, is for 50 states. So some things in there will tell you, check with your regulating agency to see if you're allowed to do it. And your regulating agency is the Board of Barbering and Cosmetology in California, okay? Its own separate little board, the Board of Barbering and Cosmetology. Okay. That's it.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, has anyone in here had any plastic surgery done? All right, has anyone had any, I guess you could call it enhancements done? Botox, fillers, no? Okay, I'm the only one. I'm the only one that needs it. That's true, okay. So we will cover that information while on this chapter, all right? Just giving you a heads up. So you should be on page, let's see, in your study guide or the handout that I gave you, on page 428. Your textbook now, you would be on 509. Okay, so 428 in the study guide, which we're gonna fill in. Okay, and 509 in your textbook. Natalie, you don't have a handout, huh?
No.
Because you were out last week. The best I can do is have you follow with us today, and then can you stop by the school and pick one up?
Yeah, I already was gonna come back because I have to fill out the paperwork for my leave of absence.
Okay, all right, then we're good. Okay, so the first part of this, it says there are goals for the esthetician in the medical field, and I'm not sure if this is filled in for you. Is it filled in your paperwork? It says the goals in the medical setting are to, and it's to get the skin in the best possible condition, okay, prior to surgery, to enhance the results of the surgery. So is that filled in on your worksheet? No? Okay. So I want you to put down on number 1 is to get the skin in the best possible condition prior to surgery. And this is only going to enhance the results of that surgery.
Jenny, where?
You have to fill that in, Yusara, on page 428 in your study guide. It's your workbook, remember?
Yeah, where?
At the top where it says goals for estheticians.
No, the page. Which page?
428.
428. Okay.
So number one, okay, is to get the skin in the best possible condition prior to surgery. And this is going to enhance the surgery. Okay, I know a lot of doctors that will actually do peels after they do a facelift to make the facelift look even better. But this is going before, okay? The second one is to keep the skin in the most healthy condition after the procedure, okay? So number two is keep the skin in the most healthy condition after the procedure. So it's called maintenance. Morning, Megan.
I wasn't sure, is today gonna count? Because it's been 5 days.
It's been how many days?
5 days. Doesn't it have to be 5 days?
Yeah, it's Tuesday from Tuesday, so you're good.
So today counts?
Huh? You mean, are you gonna get credit for today?
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Number three is going to be to prolong the surgery or the surgical results. Okay, so it's to prolong the surgical results. Okay, I'm actually going to share that screen with you. Okay, so give me a second here. Okay, and this is going to be what you just wrote in pretty much. Okay. So if you don't have that filled in that area of your workbook, that's what you're going to have in that part of it. Okay, and your aesthetic license permits you as an esthetician to treat the epidermis only. Once you hit the dermis, you're working in the physician's area. Okay, because we can only work with the dead skin, not the live skin. So that's why it's called the true skin. Can I scroll down, you guys? You're still writing. Okay. All right. It's trying to. There we go. Come on. All right. The majority of our physicians who utilize the skills of estheticians are dermatologists and plastic surgeons, each unique in their primary practice. In many cases, the estheticians will find pre-established treatment protocols for the procedures they will perform. Since estheticians are often called upon to care for patients' skin before and after many of these procedures, it's helpful to know about some of the more typical ones, okay? And this is actually true because the doctor's not going to sit down with the patient and say, I want you to cleanse, tone and moisturize, exfoliate, whatever it is that he wants that patient to do. He doesn't break it down to you. So he hires you to do just that because you can go into that detail because he's a little bit, you know, too busy for that kind of stuff. He's going to do all the hard stuff. Okay. So cosmetic procedures that he will do, all right? The dermatologist specializes in diagnosing and treating diseases, okay, of the skin and the nails. Some of the procedures that dermatologists will perform include chemical peels, collagen and fat injections, Botox injections, dermabrasion, and dermaplaning. So what I want you to do is that area where it says cosmetic procedures, this is the information that goes into that area, okay, on your workbook. So I'm going to give you, Natalie, when we come up with these, I'll actually tell you the part where you're going to write it in, okay? So you can go back and fill it in later. Okay?
On the cosmetic procedures part, it's already filled in.
Oh, okay. It's already filled in your workbook?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just the like plastic surgery, plastic surgeon, like
okay.
Underneath cosmetic procedures.
Because I don't, yeah, because I don't know what's on your screen, you know what I mean, on your book?
Yeah.
All right. There we go. So we're going to go down to plastic surgery, okay? And it's also called cosmetic or reconstructive surgery. And it's performed for aesthetic and reconstructive purposes. Let's say you are born with a deformity, okay? The plastic surgeon is also known as a cosmetic surgeon who specializes in cosmetic or reconstructive surgery. And your reconstructive surgery is performed to restore the functioning of body parts or to correct a deformity that may be the result of a birth defect or burn or injury or trauma to the skin, tissue, nerves, and muscles. So the first three in your study guide, this is the information that goes in there. That's not in your book yet, is it? It is? It's all filled in your book? No? Okay. You're just telling me you did it, right, Diana? That's okay. I was trying to get out what no one else was answering. So I'm like, okay, what did you do? What did you not do? So I will leave that up there while you guys fill in that area of your workbook.
Yeah, I meant to say it's in the textbook, but I don't know why I kept shaking my head.
Okay. It does say it in the textbook already? I mean, in your study guide?
No, I was talking about like the regular.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'll get through the rest of these here. How you doing, Tori, on this?
I'm good. I'm filling it in.
Okay. Just want to make sure. And Sarah, how you doing? Good? Okay.
Yeah, good.
Araceli? All right. Araceli, you know you left your notebooks here. No, wait a minute. It's Tori. Tori left her book here.
I must have left that pink and blue one.
Yep.
Because I had two of them.
Yeah, it's still here. I was like, somebody forgot their notes. All right, let me know when you've completed this part of the page. Is it getting loud on my end here? Because I got noise in the background.
A little bit.
Okay, let me know if you guys can't hear me or understand me because they should be quieter. Okay. Okay, have you got all that in there?
Not shit.
Okay, I'll give you a minute. I'm gonna go tell them to be quiet a little bit. Okay. Is everybody finished now? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to move into the chemical peels here. Let's just get the page moving. Come on. There we go. All right, chemical peels use the chemical solutions to exfoliate the surface of the skin. This promotes cell turnover and induced desquaminization, which means shedding or peeling or coming off in scales, which is basically the peeling part that we get as a result from using a peel. Okay, we want to get rid of that top layer so that the skin looks healthy underneath. So under your chemical peels, you're going to put in there the use of chemical solutions to exfoliate the surface of the skin, promote cell turnover, and induce desquaminization of the stratum corneum. So that's the information you need to put into your study guide book. Okay. All right. And then we'll get into your little boxes at the bottom of your page. So that desquaminization is just that. It's shedding or peeling or coming off in scales. Because what happens when you get a bad sunburn, right? It peels and then it just flakes off. That's what they mean by scales. It's kind of like dandruff is another name for scales. But you can get it on the skin also, like on your face from the peels. Okay, and your results on this is that it's going to smooth the wrinkles, pretty much the fine lines. And okay, it evens out pigmented skin tone and it decreases the effects of sun damage, which causes that hyperpigmentation. All right, so you've got 3 boxes there, and that's what those 3 bullets on the screen are for, to fill in those 3 boxes. It also says what skin is it recommended for. It's fair skin with superficial wrinkles. Now the side effects are going to be temporary throbbing or tingling. I always want to say in this injection area, but it's not, because it sounds like a medical term. All right, but it is temporary throbbing or tingling. Okay, you notice there's no burn in there, or that word I told you not to use. Okay, it can cause mild swelling. Okay, redness, increased to sensitivity to the sun. And a phenol treatment may result in lightening of the treated skin and an inability to tan, which I have a couple of areas that I have gotten because I've done both. I've had the peels and I've been out into the sun. So my neck has a couple of spots where they just won't tan. The rest of my face will tan, and it looks like I got little white spots on my neck. And that's basically because of the peel. It's one of the side effects. It just removes the pigment in that area. I don't know why. I want to move this screen just a little bit. Okay, because you're only going to be able to fill in where it says phenol treatment may result in, correct? So when you have this information, let me know, and I can continue with the recovery and the duration of the results. How you doing? You guys finished with it? Okay, I'm going to move this page up. Okay. Recovery, okay. The TCA peel is 7 to 10 days for new skin formation. And the phenol peel is 7 to 21 days for new skin formation, meaning it's going to start sloughing off, okay? The duration of the results for the TCA peel is going to be permanent, although new wrinkles may form as the skin ages, because it's, remember, we're just giving the appearance that it's looking pretty good, okay? The phenol peel also varies whether it's temporary or permanent, okay? So has any one of you ever had a TCA peel? Nobody's even have a peel in this class, huh? Still not hearing anybody answer, so I'm assuming no.
I only did the chemical peel.
You have? Okay.
I only did the chemical peel.
Ah. What'd you think of it?
I liked it.
You liked it?
Yeah, it helped with the acne and the black marks and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So I peeled a lot, so I've seen them layering skin.
And you do have to be careful with like darker skin, and that can be even like Hispanic skin that's even like, because repetitive use of these peels can lighten the rest of it. If it's not done properly, like to feather off into this neck, you'll have a lighter face and the neck will be a little darker. So you have to be careful of that.
Oh yeah, they gotta go down.
Because we had one of the clients in here, because she kept telling the girls, do another layer, do another layer. And after a while, I started looking at her neck and I'm like, that doesn't match. I'm like, the girls were not taking it all the way down here. And I'm like, oh no. So she needed to relax a little bit, not do so many. Okay, because she was getting like 2 layers a week. And I was like, okay, but that back then it was all right with that particular product. Now we use a little bit stronger stuff. It's still 3.0 or 30%, but it seems like it's a lot stronger than it is.
It's real strong.
All right. Has everyone gotten all this in their workbook? Okay. So we're going to move on. Okay. For the depths of peels, okay. So we have the depth of penetration, okay. And the results that are achieved depend upon the concentration and the type of chemical used and the pH of the product. So under your depth of penetration, you're going to put in there is the depth of penetration and the results achieved depend upon the concentration and type of chemical used and the pH of the product. So pH can't be lower than 3.0. The percentage or the concentration is going to be 30%, and we're talking about a glycolic peel. Okay. We do have a TCA peel that is used here from Dermalogica. Okay, but it's still just 30%. And then they have the EMDA, which is the Aesthetics Manufacturers and Distributors Alliance. Okay. They've established procedural guidelines to ensure the safety and consistency in the use of the alpha hydroxy acids, or AHAs, for chemical peels. Because those are the ingredients that are in your peels, okay? And according to these guidelines, the estheticians are only allowed to use an alpha hydroxy product with a maximum of 30% acid and a pH no lower than 3.0, okay? And that actually goes into your EMDA, and that's gonna be a test question, okay? So you see where it says important on your study guide? Okay, that's where you're going to add the very bottom, according to the guidelines, estheticians are only allowed to use alpha hydroxy products with a maximum of 30% acid and a pH no lower than 3.0. So that is your, unless it's already filled in for you, is it? So you're going to fill in the EMDA part, and then the lower part of it where it says important is where the guidelines go in. Let me know when you guys have gotten that filled in into your book. Does anybody have any questions so far on what we're just discussing? Be nice to be able to like feel and see what the product is, huh? But I promised you when we came back on Thursday, we'd finish off the exfoliation products so that you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. As far as seeing the results, that's going to be a different story until we can do clients or work on each other. Thank you, the state of California, or the state, the whole United States, the whole planet. Thanks for interrupting this.
Right.
Yeah. Can't even say it's just the United States. It's like everybody, the whole planet. All right. You, Sarah, have you got all that in, hon? Yeah? Okay. How about Araceli and Tori? Have you guys got it in?
Almost, not shit.
All right. Okay, you ready? All right, we're gonna move the screen and we're gonna go into medium depth peels. Okay. All right. All right, you don't have to put this in your important, okay? But estheticians are only permitted to perform light or superficial peels. Medium to deep peels can only be performed by a physician. Regardless of the depth of the peel performed, direct sun exposure should be avoided for at least 1 month. And actually it should be avoided like altogether if you don't want to bring more hyperpigmentation to the skin. Okay, that first month they're talking about you've just had a peel, we've exposed brand new skin. So it's very easy to get more sun damage right after that peel. That's why they ask you not to. All right, under your, let's see, we're going into medium depth. I'll change the screen because you don't need this in your book. Okay, here we go. Our medium depth peels. Oh, what happened? Hello. Can you guys see me?
Yes.
You can? Because I can't see anything on my screen.
To see your screen on you.
Are you guys still there?
Yeah, I mean, I can hear you, but there's nothing on your screen now.
And log back in. Yeah, it. Is that any better? Is that any better, you guys? What was that? Okay, let me check this internet.
Okay. Oh, wait. Okay.
It's so slow. I keep preparing for the internet to go down. No, I'm good. Okay. Wonder why it's coming up like that. Is everybody back in the class? I didn't lose anybody?
No.
All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have to pull the other screen back up. So I'm going to have to start from 0. So just bear with me, okay? While I bring it up. It takes so long to do this in the morning. Sarah, are you okay? Because you're frozen on my screen.
Yeah, it's normal on my end.
Okay. Come on. And it's just taking so long to load. Here we go. It's slowly coming up. Okay. As soon as it changes the screen, I'll share it with you. Okay, I'm going to share screen with you. So you can see exactly what I'm seeing, which is nothing right now. You guys see my screen?
It's loading. Now I do. Wait.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go and find where I was at. Come on. Switch over. All right. That's why I try to do this before you guys get logged on in the morning, but it just doesn't work sometimes. It automatically just breaks it down. Okay, there we go. Come on. Okay. I love this technology, just does so much for us, huh? There's so many times that it just doesn't work right. I don't care what anyone says. Okay, scroll down. Move. Whose house was really like blown away last night because they were expecting these really heavy winds? I didn't get that much. It's supposed to be like 30 to 40 miles per hour, but I didn't get that. Okay. Okay. Oh. So if you're not sure where you're supposed to go, if you missed this, like anyone that doesn't have their notes in front of them, like, okay, hold on. All right, let me go back to this part. Natalie, because you're gonna have to redo this, huh?
What do you mean?
If you have to fill in your workbook. Did you have your workbook with you? Oh.
I just do it on the computer and then take pictures of it.
Okay, because you can pull these up here is what I was gonna tell you.
Yeah, that's usually what I do.
Okay. Come on. And it won't let me go like page to page, which I would like. For some reason, my computer screen doesn't allow me like to hold it down until it just gets to the right page. It's like click, click, click. How irritating is that? Okay. We're almost there. Oh, here we go. Okay. All right. So we're right where we're supposed to be, where it says medium depth peels in your study guide. And your first bullet is going to be your first block, which is use trichloroacetic acid, or TCA, and a beta hydroxy acid, such as salicylic acid. Okay, that salicylic acid is great for like acne. All right. The second bullet is to use 50 to 70% glycolic acid, or 35% to 40% TCA. Okay. Obviously, we're not going to be doing this one. Okay. The third bullet on there is it affects the dermis, so it can't be performed by an esthetician. And then recommended for treating fine surface wrinkles, superficial blemishes, and pigmentation problems. So that should cover the first 4 bullets, okay, in your study guide. Be nice if we could do that, huh? Jasmine, we can't do this.
But why?
But why? Look at the percentages.
Wait, can you?
That's way over 30%. Huh?
Oh, dang it. Okay. I thought you were saying like we can't do this because like of fibro, but never mind. I understand.
Oh,
now.
no. I meant like estheticians can't perform this on there.
Oh, I know that. I'm not trying to lose my license, Miss Jamie. That's too much work. I'm too lazy for all that.
Even yourself, no. Okay. What's weird is you actually have to, if you buy from, I know they're reputable, companies, okay? But you have to remember that these companies sell all over the world, okay? So you're not the only person or state or country that they sell to. So me not knowing that at first, when I first started to teach this, I had bought some chemical peel, which was straight glycolic, and I bought it and I didn't get a material safety data sheet or a safety data sheet, okay, which would tell me the percentages and the pH. I just assumed it was going to send me, 30% because I was an esthetician, okay, but I was wrong because the product was 2.0, okay, which is way lower than what we're supposed to be doing. All right, and so I couldn't use it on my clients. I paid I thought I got a deal because it was only $80 for like 8 ounces of it, okay, and you hardly even use like a quarter of a teaspoon on a full face. So that was going to go quite a bit, but I couldn't even use it on there. But I used it on my hands because they're pretty rough. and the other esthetician teacher, Miss Susan, we'd use it on our hands just to see how we could do it. But we wouldn't have put it on her face. She wanted to. All right, has everyone got this in their book? Okay. So you do need to make sure you ask for the material safety data sheet, which will tell you, and this comes straight from the manufacturer, okay, what the percentage is and what the pH of it is. Otherwise, you're going to be kind of finding out later on yourself. All right, then it goes into deep peels, okay, and multiple layers of TCA or phenol are used. These deep peels are recommended for treating deep facial wrinkles, sun-damaged skin, uneven pigmentation, or even precancerous growth. The phenol peels often cause the skin to lose its ability to create that pigment. That's what happened on mine. Okay, your 2 bullets now, okay, are going to be affect the dermis more intensely than medium depth peels. And the second bullet is recommended for treating deep facial wrinkles, sun damaged skin, uneven pigmentation, or precancerous growth. Okay, only a physician can perform these deep peels. Okay, so all you had to do was put in those 2 bullets at the bottom. And let me know when you get to that so I can go into your collagen or your fat injections. I wish they could just take it from my other area, and just put it where I want it so it'll stay. But our body tends to break it down regardless. No, thank you. Oh, that's okay. No, I'm fine, thank you. I'm sure. As he's leaving the door, he's like, "You want an ice cream for lunch?" It's like freezing cold outside. All right. This is our collagen or fat injections, okay? They will fill increased, furrowed, or sunken facial skin, lines, and wrinkles. Can temporarily restore a youthful appearance to the face or add fullness to the lips and cheeks, and results in will last from 3 to 6 months, okay? So that's going to be put into where you have collagen or fat injections, just that little paragraph right there. And the bottom is going to be your 2 blocks that they have where it says human collagen and injectable collagen. Your human is a naturally occurring protein that's a component of human skin, our joints, bones, and ligaments. And the injectable collagen is derived from purified bovine, which is cow collagen, and is similar to human collagen. Okay, like they said, it breaks down within 3 to 6 months. So I know you guys you've heard of that show, Law and Order, right? Okay, they are supposed to have they're supposed to be real life stories, but changing the names and the players and all that kind of stuff, right? So that they can't really go back to it, but they're supposed to be pretty much the real story. So there was a physician or a plastic surgeon in New York City that was pretty popular with all of the high society women. And they were going into him to have the fat injected or, removed from their body and then injected to other parts of their body. Okay, but he was actually removing it from his buttocks and putting it into these women's face. Oh yeah. And then somebody got sick or they had found out somehow, and there was a big lawsuit about that. And as he was leaving the courthouse, or after, excuse me, when he was leaving after he was being arrested, he said, now these women, these snotty women have my ass on their face. Was all he could say, because he just wanted to get even with all of them. I'm like, oh my God, can you imagine if you got some rotten doctor like that and he had done that to you? I'm sure it went into a big lawsuit for sure, but it was crazy. Okay, somebody just joined my class. Let me check who that is. I'm gonna stop this sharing for a second. Sorry, guys. Okay, Megan Bradley. I'm gonna wait here until she gets in. Okay, Megan, can you hear me? Is she still even in the class?
She left, Miss Janie.
Left? Okay, because I didn't know who that was. I was like, okay. All right, let me get you back to your screen then. You know, some of the students join us, but I need to know who they are. And that name did not sound familiar. All right. So have you filled this part into your workbook, your study guide yet? Okay. I do know that after the injectable, when I had it done, it was a little swollen, and to me, it felt like it was just swollen from the injections. You know how you injure the lip and it gets a little swollen, because it didn't start to fill up for another couple of days, almost a week before it started to look like it was filling. It's weird how that works. And let me know when you have that filled. Yeah. So everyone got that in? You're still working on it, huh, Sarah? It's all right. Sarah, how are you doing, hon?
I'm okay. Thank you.
Okay. All right. I'm going to change this page right here. So we're going to go over to 430. And it's going to go into our fat injections. Just exactly what we were talking about. All right. So fat injections are also called autologous fat transplantation or micro lipo injection. Okay, and that's going to go where it says fat injections in your study guide. You're going to put that first sentence in there. And then right underneath it, you're going to just add the next part of it, where it says fat is removed with a syringe from a donor site, such as the patient's abdomen, thigh, or buttock, and then injected into an area to be treated. Both these sites are treated with local anesthetic. Okay, so that actually gets put into right below your fat injections. Okay, this part underneath you do not have to add. This procedure is used to treat sunken cheeks, laugh lines, skin depressions or indentations, forehead wrinkles, or to enlarge the lips. So the first two paragraphs is all you're going to need in that area to fill in your workbook. I can hear you walking. Thank you. Huh? Oh, I want to see this part. Oh, where'd you get those? Are they pillowy? Ooh, those are nice. Where'd you get those? They're a fortune. Was it more than two? No. Almost so bad.
Almost.
I'm like, if I can get them at Kohl's, I'll get them. It's not my only card that I haven't read put to the max yet. I know. No, I know, that's actually excellent. She's showing me her new shoes. You guys are going to have to get some really good shoes also, okay? Because you're going to be on those feet, not just doing facials, you're going to be waxing, remember? And it pays to have some good shoes. After you fill this in, I'm going to let you take a break, okay? And then I will see you basically at 10 after 11. All right, is everyone finished this so I can shut the page down or no? Anybody still need it? Okay, I'm gonna stop the share here. Okay, go ahead and take your break, okay? And I will see you back here at 11:10, all right? You can just turn the camera away from me if that's what you wanna do, because I don't want you to clock out. All right, thanks guys. See you back in a few minutes. Okay. So we have What'd you get? That's not ice cream. You did get ice cream. I know. I see that. Not for me because I said no. Oh my gosh, I could have had that. You had that on the way home too? On the way back here, right? Broke my stapler. Hi, you guys coming back? Everybody back? Did you guys all get my text message? Yeah? Okay, so what I'm gonna ask you to do is I'll give you a couple minutes to figure out what you wanna do, and then I'm gonna go around the room and get a procedure from each one of you. I'll let you know that the eyelid procedure is already gone, the blepharoplasty. Someone already has that one. So you can just tell me what you wanna do as far as a procedure. And all I want really is, tell me what the procedure is and basically a gist on how they do it, okay? And then I wanna know the precautions and the warnings, like what could possibly go wrong, okay? Because these are things your clients are gonna be asking you. Even though that's not something you deal with, they're gonna go, do you know anything about that, okay? So when you get ready to pick one, let me know, and I'll write it down next to your name.
Can I do the chemical peel?
Sure.
Miss Jane, does it have to be one that we specifically discussed today?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, can I do, it's called trough fillers.
Okay.
It's underneath the eyes.
All right. You sure can.
Miss Jane.
Uh-huh.
Can I do the fat injections? Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Would a follicular unit transplant count as one?
It's a hair replacement, right?
Uh-huh.
It's a hair follicle replacement. You can use that one.
Okay.
Okay, you want to do that one, all right? Okay, I need you, Sarah, Megan, and Jasmine still.
Miss Janie, can I do skin grafting or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm going to send a message while you guys are still there. You do, I'm going to let you guys know this, okay? You realize that when you're on an LOA, you don't have to do the work, okay? You're not responsible. So if you get my texts, it's only, you don't have to do it. It's just that you're all in a group when I send out a text to you, so I don't have to repeat it like 20 times. All right. So if you're already on a LOA, you don't have to do the work, okay? Because you're basically absent from the class. Just to let you know that, okay?
Miss Janie, are we texting you what we want to do, or are we telling you?
No, honey, you can send it to me. Do you have one that you were out when I started to let them know? I said, I'm giving them a couple minutes to come up with a procedure or a plastic surgery that they want to do. And then it's to like a couple of paragraphs, at least, explaining what the procedure is, okay? Because we don't know what it is. So we're gonna discuss it tomorrow, but what the procedure is, and then the warnings of what could possibly go wrong, you know, precautions and that kind of stuff. All right, I just don't want you to take a picture from a textbook and then just turn that in. This should be in your own writing, pretty much, okay? I can tell the difference between you writing it and someone writing it, just taking a picture of something and then typing that up, okay?
Does lip fillers count, like lip injection?
Yep, that will count. Do you want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, you, Sarah.
Yeah.
Have you decided on which one you want to do?
Almost.
Okay.
Not really, not 100%. If you can make sample for me, I appreciate that.
Okay. How about a facelift?
Yeah.
You want to do a facelift?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so you're going to do a facelift. All right, so I've got everyone in here, right? Oh, wait a minute. I got one more. No, I got everyone. Araceli's going to do the eyelid, the blepharoplasty. Diana's going to do fat injections. Tori's going to do chemical peel. Jasmine's going to do skin grafting. Natalie's going to do the hair follicle replacement. Sarah's going to do the trough filler. Yusara's going to do the facelift, and Megan's going to do lip fillers. Right? I got everybody? Okay. So that's going to be your homework today. Okay. Besides doing your key, you know, the vocab words that you have. All right. When you finish those, you just take a picture and then send it to me. Okay. So that's all I'm asking you to do. But you need to put it in your own writing, like your words. Okay. You read the procedure and then you write it in your own words. Okay. Okay. And let me send this last message to our last student. There you go. Okay, because I'm getting homework assignments from people that are supposed to be on LOA. I just want to let you guys know that when you're on LOA, you don't have to send in the work, but you still get the message because I send it to every one of you. What is it? Really? Seriously? Sorry. Patrick's standing at the door going, I just want $400 on a scratch off. I'm like, get here. 400. He's like, yeah, in my pocket. I'm like, yeah, nice, huh? I think I've only won 1,000, and that's the only time I really won a lot of money years ago. All right, you ready to go back to work? So we should be on page 430 still, correct? Let me share the screen with you. Okay, so we've completed this part, and I'm going to scroll down to the next part of this where it fills in your block, where it says collagen and fat injections, results, side effects, etc. Okay, move. There we go. Okay, hold on. You'll skip the page here. There we go. Come on. Go back. Sorry, it's just now where's it going? Oh my gosh, sorry, this is just taking forever. Okay, here we go. These are your results. Okay, so this is going to be filling in the blocks down below. All right, your results, you have 2 blocks. The first one is plumps up facial skin, decreasing indentations. Okay, and the second block on that is going to be to add the fullness. So right where you have that semicolon, it's going to start the second block where it says adds fullness to the lips. Okay. Then it's recommended for, okay, dry, light colored skin. I'm going to fill that in. The side effects are temporary stinging, throbbing, oh, there's that word, burning sensation, mild redness, swelling, excess fullness, and an allergic reaction. But what I want you to do is this. I want you to put in the first block on your page, you're going to write temporary stinging, throbbing, or burning sensation, and then you're going to stop, okay? Because your other blocks are going to fill in the rest of this. So like mild swelling is going to be another block, okay? Swelling is going to be a block. Excess fullness is going to be a block. And then allergic reaction is going to be a block, okay? So that fills in all the blocks on your page.
Can you repeat that?
Okay, so you're going to write in the first block, okay, under the side effects. All right, you're going to put temporary stinging, throbbing, or burning sensation, okay, and stop right there on the first block. The second block is going to say mild redness. The third block is going to be swelling. The fourth block would be excess fullness. And then the last block under the side effects is allergic reaction. Okay, and then your recovery time is going to be immediate, okay, and the duration of the results will vary, usually 3 to 6 months. It lasts longer when you do consecutive treatments though. Okay, I'll wait until you guys fill that in. I bet you're just jumping out of your chair to go get this done. None of you need it. I've looked at your lips, okay? None of you need it. All right, can I change the page now? I want Jasmine's lips. Oh, they look swollen today. I like those even better.
Mine?
Yes.
Yeah, they're always swollen in the morning for some reason. I don't understand it.
All right. This is going to go where it says pre and post operative treatments. All right. Your first block is going to be that the esthetician may be asked to bring the patient's skin to the optimum health before surgery. So basically you're prepping that skin prior to it to make sure it looks its best. That's so that they don't have complications. Your second block is going to be preparing the patient for the physician by deep cleansing or exfoliating the patient's skin, or perform extractions upon the patient with a variety of dermatological conditions. Okay. And your third one was going to be that care for the wounds, help with your medical cosmetic procedures requiring staples or stitches or plastic surgery follow-ups, such as with camouflage makeup. Okay, and you need to know that there's a couple of makeup lines out there that actually work in physicians' makeup. Okay, after plastic surgery, they need to use certain types of makeup and not just what they were using before, unless it's approved for it. Otherwise, they can get an infection. And we spent way too much money to get an infection this far along in the procedures. So you have 3 paragraphs right there for your 3 blocks under the pre and post operative treatments. We do have a couple of students that do work for plastic surgeons, and they are prepping them. And it's kind of funny, when they're doing these deeper peels, you guys, I have to tell you something. One of my estheticians said she worked there for 6 months and she had to quit because all she was doing was the peels. She wasn't doing actually prepping the skin and giving them a complete facial, okay? In fact, she literally gave the patient the keys to the restroom, told them to go wash their face in the restroom with the restroom soap, come back, and then she applied the peel, and then they went home. And they were charged. Their insurance company was charged on. I don't know how they got away with it.
She's basically like the nurse that like takes like basic that like she just preps them. Yeah.
But she doesn't even do that because she makes them go wash their face in the restroom, which that restroom is shared with other doctors. Isn't that crazy? That's
like so repetitive and boring.
Yeah. I'm like, I do realize that soap is going to be kind of, well, that soap in the bathroom is probably going to work just like a degreaser would, you know, to remove any traces of oil on their skin. Okay. All right. Are we still working on this part? You ready to go? Tori, you got this? Araceli? Sarah? You guys ready for me to change the page? Okay. Okay, here we go. All right, so this goes down to where it says Botox cosmetic injections. All right, and this is right next to Botox. It's botulinum toxin type A. It's an injection that blocks the nerve impulses and temporarily paralyzes the muscle that causes those facial wrinkles. So that's what you're going to apply in there. And right below it, inject it into specific muscles of the forehead or around the eye area to reduce the muscle's ability to cause the wrinkles during facial expressions. Sometimes when it's done incorrectly, they can actually inject too much right above the eyebrow and then the eyebrows don't move at all. So when my boss gets mad at me, she has this one eyebrow that goes up. They can't seem to fix that one. Good thing too, so we'll know when she's mad. All right. Okay, so you're just going to put in that whole box that you see on my screen. Okay, in the US though, the Botox has been approved by the FDA, which is the Federal Drug Administration, and may be used in conjunction with surgeries such as facelifts and eyelid surgeries to combat the migraine headaches or to eliminate hyperhidrosis, which is excessive perspiration. In fact, they actually give this to the actors and actresses when they're going up for their Grammys and their Academy Awards, because they're wearing these thousands of dollar gowns, okay, and they're only on loan. So they'll actually give them a couple of this Botox shots in the underarm so that they don't sweat onto these gowns. Kind of amazing, but it has all the different uses for it. I still like it from my eyelid on that one side, just lifts that brow up. All right. All right, you ready? We're going to go to page 431 now. You should have a Botox cosmetic injection box. And I'm going to turn the page on the screen. Okay. All right. So this is what our fill-ins are going to be. All right. Under your results, this is going to reduce wrinkles that are caused by facial expressions. You know, it takes more muscles to make a frown than it does a smile. So keep smiling instead of frowning. Okay, it's recommended for patients who have wrinkles caused by facial expressions. When we get to the side effects, we're going to have to break these down again. Okay. So your mild bruising or swelling at the injection site is going to be 1. Okay. Mild headaches would be number 2 on your blocks. Flu-like symptoms would be 3. Temporary drooping eyelids would be 4. Nausea would be 5. And long-term side effects are unknown would be number 6 for your blocks. Okay. So I'll repeat them if you need it, okay? The very first one under the side effects is mild bruising or swelling at the injection site. Now that's when I sound like a commercial. All right. Number 2 is going to be mild headaches. 3, flu-like symptoms. 4 would be temporary drooping eyelids. 5 would be nauseous or nausea. And then 6 would be long-term side effects are unknown. Okay, the recovery time is immediate. Okay, when you get this done, and the duration, it varies, usually 2 to 3 months. But I don't know, the doctors are only doing it like every 6 months. They make you wait 6 months in between to get these follow-ups behind it. Because I tried to get one and she's like, you gotta wait 6 months. I'm like, what? But my eye's going down. Okay, let me know when you guys have filled in your little block, that beige, tannish, peach color, whatever it is, block. And then we'll move down to the dermabrasion and dermaplaning. Okay, all right. Okay, moving on. All right. These are surgical procedures that will improve uneven skin textures that are due to acne, facial scars, or fine lines and wrinkles by mechanically scraping off the top layer of the skin. Basically, that is going to be your first block under dermabrasion and dermaplaning. Okay. Surgical procedures that improve uneven skin textures due to acne, facial scars, and fine wrinkles by mechanically scraping off the top layers of the skin. Do you think this is a procedure for an esthetician? No. Okay, the second block underneath there is going to be that dermabrasion uses a motorized rough wire brush or a burr to scrape away the surface of the skin. We were talking about this on Saturday. It's like that thing you use for the barbecue, you know, your little scraper. Ugh. The third one is going to be your dermaplaning procedures using the oscillating blade called a dermatome to remove the surface of the skin that is built up higher around scarred or wrinkled areas to level the skin out. Now that oscillating blade just means that it's vibrating at a very high rate speed. So that it doesn't cause a contraction, basically. There we go. And your last block would be it can be performed on small areas of the skin or the entire face, but it's done usually under anesthesia. So you have your 4 blocks, and it's going to be all 4 of those paragraphs. Did you get bumped off, Tori?
Yeah, I'll screenshot it. I'm gonna fill the rest in later. I can't write that fast. It's not that much
Okay.
room. It's so little bit of a space
I know.
to write all of this stuff in.
I know. Sometimes I wonder. Sometimes they give you like 5 lines for something little, and then the little ones.
Yeah, it's not enough space. I write too big.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's even better to just take a picture of the screen too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just took a screenshot.
Okay. All right, I'm going to move this page over. We're going to go through the little blocks at the bottom of the page, going through dermabrasion versus microdermabrasion. Almost got dermaplaning, excuse me. All right. Oops, sorry. Turn back this way. In your book, it has dermabrasion and microdermabrasion. Did you see that? Okay. After we were just talking about the dermaplaning. Come back. All right, here we go. Good Lord. All right, dermabrasion. This is your first block, must be performed by a physician, okay? It's more invasive procedure and it removes several layers of the epidermis. And it's used to treat deep wrinkles, pigmentation, and acne scars. As opposed to the microdermabrasion, which we do in here as an esthetician procedure, it can be performed by an esthetician. It's got superficial resurfacing of the skin that removes a portion of that stratum corneum, which is that first layer of skin. And it's used to treat the fine lines and wrinkles, larger pores, and rough texture to kind of give it a little more even look to it. So basically, each one of these like little paragraphs are going to be bullets, all right? So your dermabrasion has 3 of them, and there are 3 paragraphs. Your microdermabrasion has 3 of them, and they're on the 3 paragraphs, just so that you can, I'm going to move it just up a little bit so you can see a little bit better. Come on, there we go. Okay, now wait until you fill that in. Has anyone other than the students have been, my new ones, have you ever had microdermabrasion yet? I mean, microdermabrasion, no?
I have.
Yeah. 1 or 2 passes when they did it. Do you remember? Did you do like a series of them? Natalie?
Yeah, we did it like on each other, and then we were allowed to do it on clients as well.
Okay.
No, it's on the key ring. That purse with that black one down there.
Oh,
not that purse or in my coat pocket. Where the fuck my keys are? Oh, they're right here.
All right, let me know when you have finished these 2 blocks so that we can turn to page 432, okay? Ursula, are you still filling it in? I have no sound from you, poor thing.
I'm sorry, what did you ask?
You have 2 left? You want to fill in? Okay.
I'm done. I'm good.
All right. Okay. I'm going to move the screen down. We're going to go into your little block. Okay. It's going to go through results. Okay. There we go. All right. These are your little blocks. Okay. So results have 2 of them, correct? The first one is going to be smooth the skin surface. That's number 1. And then the second block is going to be improves irregularities from acne, scars, and wrinkles. Okay. 1 is smooth the skin surface, and 2 is improve irregularities from acne, scars, and wrinkles. It is recommended for patients with deep acne scars or major pigmentation problems. And then our side effects, I have to break them down for you again. So the very first block, you're going to have temporary tingling, burning, and itching. That's going to be number 1. So that sets it apart from that semicolon, and then each comma would be a new block. So after tingling, burning, and itching, number 2 block will say mild swelling. The third block would say redness. The fourth block would say lightening of the treated area or the treated skin, excuse me. The next one would be increased sensitivity to the sun. Okay, the next one would be the formation of milia, which are whiteheads. These are the ones we talked about last week that they don't turn into a pustule. Okay, you might find them around the eye area from clients using petroleum products to remove waterproof mascara, and then they don't get that petroleum off, so it clogs the pore. So the skin grows over the top of it. So that cuts off the oxygen coming inside the pore and dries up the sebum in there. So it leaves like a little piece of, it feels like a grain of sand or something like that. And then the last one's going to be, sorry. The last one's going to be that flare up of cold sores. So normally what happens when you're getting this procedure, the physician will probably give you medication to take prior so that you don't get a cold sore because they go so close to the lip. Okay, that's why it might cause, if you're susceptible to cold sores, you might get one. Okay. All right, the recovery time. There are 3 of them in here, okay? The first one is going to be normal activities may be resumed in about 2 weeks. Okay, that's your first one. Your second one is going to be strenuous activities may be resumed in 4 to 6 weeks. And then your third one, it would say complete healing takes place in 3 to 6 months. And the duration is obviously going to be permanent. But again, it's just like anything else. If you're working over that same area, you're going to say you get another blemish or something, or you scar, it's going to be further down the road. You'll get another one if you cause another one, I guess you could say. All right. Everybody's already got this put in there, huh? They're all looking at me like, okay, we're ready to go. All right. We're getting into Blepharoplasty, which is your eyelid surgery. Okay. All right. And next to Blepharoplasty, you're going to write in the description, which says to remove excess fat, skin, or muscle from the upper and lower eyelids. It corrects droopy upper lids and puffy bags beneath the eyes. So that's your description of it. Okay. And that's all you're going to write next to it. Then you'll go into your blocks below. And results, it's going to lift that droopy upper eyelid, remove the puffy bags below the eyes. Okay, it's recommended for patients with droopy upper eyelids or puffy bags below the eyes. It's like repetitive, repetitive, repetitive. All right, and side effects, we're going to have to break them down again. Okay, and your side effects are going to be number 1, temporary discomfort. Okay. The second one would be tightness of the lids. So it's going to be basically after semicolon or commas. All right. Third would be mild swelling and bruising. The fourth would be temporary dryness, burning, and itching of the eyes. The next one would be excessive tearing, which their eyes will start to run, you know, tears. The next one is going to be sensitivity to light for the first few weeks. And the last one being temporary blurred or double vision. So recovery on these, there's going to be 3. Okay, you can see where it's going to go. That reading may be resumed after 2 to 3 days. The second one is normal activities may be resumed in 7 to 10 days. And the last one would be contacts may be worn after about 2 weeks. And duration is going to be several years and may be permanent. So let me say, you know, the way to get the best results from these is start earlier and get tiny tucks here and there so that you're not going for a full facelift towards the end. It's most noticeable, obviously. All right. Any of you are ready for that yet? Again, I am. Okay, rightendectomy. This one's going to be your facelift. All right. So since everyone's moving forward on this, I'm going to go to the bottom of that page on your study guide. This is a full facelift, okay? So everything that you see on this screen is actually going to go right next to it as the description, okay? It can improve visible signs of aging by removing excess fat, tightening the underlying muscle, and redraping the skin of the face and neck. Now they usually go right around your ear in the front of the ear here to start their incision, and they're going to redrape that behind your ear. It's kind of scary. It's like pulling away from the muzzle and pulling it back up to tighten it. It's recommended for individuals whose face and neck have begun to sag, but still have some elasticity in the facial skin and good bone structure. So all of that will go into your rightendectomy at the bottom where it has facelift. Give you a minute to fill that in. Anyone have any questions on any of the information that we've discussed so far? No? All right, you ready for the next page? I'll give you a couple more minutes. We should be on our next part of this is 433. And I'm going to stop on this page because it's just going to start on the next page for the things to fill in the results and the side effects and stuff like that, just to make sure everybody understands what their homework is. Okay, does anyone have any questions on this project that you're going to do? You know, like the procedure. Sarah, do you understand what we're doing, hon, for your homework? I can't hear you, hon. That's okay.
Later, I ask you something just for make sure, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right, then if no one else has any questions on it, you guys don't? Okay.
Yes,
then I will. Go ahead.
Can you repeat again exactly what you want on the...
Okay, so I want you to explain the procedure, what it is, okay, and what they do to the skin. okay, or whatever area you're getting your work done, and tell any complications that could possibly go wrong, okay? Because sometimes they don't list all the complications. So you want to know beforehand, you know, what's the worst that could happen to me? Because that is something that people need to know. You're going to take the chance to do this, and this might happen. So basically, that's what I'm asking for. All right, and the other part of that is just to define your vocabulary words, what the keywords that I gave you this morning. Megan, did you get them all because you came in later? Do you want me to go through them again just to make sure you have them?
I didn't get any of the vocab words. You were saying the last one when I came in.
All right. So you got paper so I can give you the words again? And then anyone else can just check to make sure that they have their words. Okay? You ready?
Yeah, I'm going
Megan?
to type them on my phone.
Okay. The first one is plastic surgery. Okay. The second one is chemical peel. The third one is desquamization, and let me spell it. It's DESQUAMATION. Okay, someone's mic's on. That's why we're getting that little reverb. All right, the next word is autologous fat transplantation. I'll spell it. It's AUTOLOGOUS fat transplantation. All right, the next one is micro lipo injection. Right, the next one is dermabrasion. And then it's dermaplaning, DERMAPLANING. The next one is Blepharoplasty. It's BLEPHAROPLASTY. Okay. The next one is plastic surgeon. Okay, the next one is rhytidectomy, and I'll spell it. RHYTID as in dog, ECTOMY. Right. Then you have laser resurfacing. All right, the next one is collagen. The next word is elastin, ELASTIN. The next word is ablative lasers, and it's spelled AB as in boy, LATIVE, lasers.
Can you say the one before that one more time?
Elastin, is that what you're talking about?
Oh yeah, okay, I got it.
All right. So did you get the ablative also, ablative laser?
Yeah.
Okay, then the next one is non-ablative laser. So you just add NON in front of the word. Okay, then you have rhinoplasty. Okay, and then the last two, okay, you have continuing education credits. That's one. And then the last word is scope of practice. Okay, Has anyone got any questions on the information that we've gone over so far or the homework? I'm gonna shut the screen off here. Okay, take away that one. So is everybody comfortable on what they're supposed to be doing? Okay, so I will let you guys go for the day and let you get to work. Yusara, stay on the screen, okay? Anybody have any questions, just stay on and I'll let everyone else go for the day. So bye-bye, you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye, hon. Okay. All right,
Miss
Araceli.
For the words, the keywords, so you just want us to find the definition?
Yes.
From
that's
the
all
book.
you have.
Okay.
All right, hon.
Okay. Thank you. I'm gonna try to do the clock in and clock out thing.
Okay, good. All right. Thanks,
Okay,
hon.
thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, Yusara.
Miss Jenny, last two words. Can you spell it for me, please?
You mean the continuing education credit?
Yeah, last two words. Just spell it, please.
Okay, continuing is C-O-N. Okay, T-I-N. Okay, T-I-N-U-I-N-G. And then education, E-D-U-C-A-T-I-O-N. And then credits, C-R-E-D-I-T-S.
Okay. And last
Okay, and
one,
the last one is scope of practice.
Okay. Scope, I know this one. S-C-O-O-P and practice.
No, S-C-1-O, not two.
One? Okay.
1-O.
Okay.
Okay.
And how about my homework?
That is your homework. Okay, so you're going to do a report on plastic surgery. You're going to tell me what they do.
And I use this word?
Yeah, that word, plastic. You're going to do, yours is on facelift, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to tell me what could go wrong and the procedure, okay?
Okay.
In your words. Don't copy the words, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
See you. Bye.